All right, so we are here for a combo guide for the Doggo deck. I like to call it walking the dogs. So we're going to go through, first and foremost, we're going to go through a normal hand that you might encounter, and then we're going to go through a ideal hand that you're going to want to be trying to mulligan for. And we're just going to go through combo guides and effectively what you're looking for to do for how this deck's going to perform. So we're just going to take the first top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deck's already been shuffled. We're going to see what we get. So already, what you really want to do is you really want to try to get Anubismon as quickly as possible. So you're looking for him first turn. But with what we have right now, at least we have a level 3, level 2, and the X antibody version of it. So it's good enough just to go and keep this hand. So if we are going with this hand, we're going to assume we're going first. For the most part, purple does want to go first just so that they can kind of kick things in the trash as quickly as possible, because purple, for the most part, revolves around utilizing your trash. So we're going to hatch into Shaomon. The inheritable effect is just for more draw. You're trying to draw and filter so you can get to Anubismon as quickly as possible. But first, we're going to play Digivolve into Labramon. Draw. Reason why we pick Labramon, because the inheritable, when an effect plays one of your Digimon, gain 1 memory. This deck will be playing a lot of cards from trash, so you want to be trying to gain as many benefits as possible. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to pass turn by Digivolving into Dobramon, and then we're going to draw, and then we're going to pass turn. So I like to play these things by, for the most part, your opponent's going to try to give you as little memory as possible. So we're just going to do a assumption that turn 1, you're only going to get 1 memory. It's not outside the land of reason to get 1 memory near the beginning turns. So yeah, we're going to go with that. So we're going to draw for turn. As we can see, we already got Anubismon, so we already have one of our win cons. So, good deal. Since we do have the X antibody variant in our hand, we're going to move out, and then we're going to X antibody Digivolve into Dobramon X antibody. Reason why we can move out and not have to really worry about what your opponent's doing, unless they have something like you can play things by card effects, this deck really isn't affected too much about what your opponent's doing. So, by X antibody Digivolving, draw a card, and then draw another card, and I can trash a card. So, I think the best thing to do is to trash Ignitemon first. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to swing on Insecurity. Reason why we want to try to... This deck is very aggressive, so it doesn't really assume it's going to survive its swings. That's one of the reasons why... like, all of them have retaliation, so they do dual purpose. They can either swing Insecurity or they can swing into another Digimon to try to get rid of them off the board. Doesn't really matter too much, but swing Insecurity, 9 times out of 10, well, not 9 times out of 10, but it's highly likely, depending on your opponent's deck, is going to be deleted. And then the next thing to do, since we do have this Dobramon in hand, it's a lot of memory, but you're going to play for 4. The reason why you want to always have something on board, and when this is deleted, trash is 3, so it gets more resources in trash, and to let you grab back whatever you might need from trash as well. So we're going to assume they're going to chink you for 1. So Minervamon in trash, and let's say they give you one memory again. It sucks, but we can still work with that. So we're going to draw, and we're going to hatch. First thing we're going to do, we're going to draw into Labramon, Digivolve in Labramon, and draw. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to swing Insecurity with Dobramon, regardless if they have a blocker or not. Doesn't matter, we're going to swing. At 4,000 DP, it probably should be deleted still. So we're going to trash the top 3. 1, 2, 3. Not great. However, we were able to trash Matt, and Dobramon says you can grab one purple Digimon or Tamer. So we're going to grab Matt, and we're going to pass by playing Matt. So now we can't get choked anymore. So we can now do most of our plays to the maximum effectiveness that we can do. All right, so let's assume they're going to hit you. You didn't deal with their Digimon, so they're going to hit you again for another one. So we get another Matt. So we can really use its secondary effect to kind of maximize what we can do. Let's assume they're being fairly aggressive and they do another check. Dracmon. Unless they are dealing with a Digimon that has jamming or armor purge, Grand Dracmon is probably going to delete their Digimon. So they're going to pass turn one way, shape, or the other. Bare minimum, you're going to get 3. So this is where we really can do our plays from this area. So we're going to move out. We're going to Digivolve into Doberman X Antibody for 2. Draw. We can use this when Digivolving effect to draw 1. And then trash 1. We're going to trash another Ignite-mon, because we just drew our Mervamon. So we're gonna start doing some shenanigans. Since we did draw 1, trash 1, we can rest both of these mats and then gain 2 memory. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to Digivolve for 3 into Cerberusmon X Antibody, draw, and skill lets us draw 1, trash 1. So we're going to draw 1. Now we're going to trash Mervamon. All right. Now we're set up. So the next thing we're going to do to start doing more shenanigans, we're going to Digivolve an Anubismon for 4, and then we're going to draw. And then we're going to use the Wind Digivolving skill. By trashing up to 3, we're going to trash Lucamon, we're going to trash Labramon, and we're going to trash 1 copy of Deathslinger. Now we can play a Digimon from trash, reducing the play cost by a grand total of 6. We're going to straight go for Mervamon, and since we earlier trashed Ignite-mon, we can reduce the play cost even further. So now we effectively played Mervamon for 2 memory. And now we will finish resolving Anubismon. If they do have something on the field that's level 5 or below, it will be deleted. If not, we'll get to draw a card. Since we assumed the last Digimon that ran in the Grand Dracmon was deleted, we're going to assume we could draw a card. They have no other Digimon on board. So now, Mervamon's skill will activate, which lets us play from trash a level 4 or lower purple Digimon. First, we're going to play Doberman X Antibody, and then next, we're going to play we're going to play Labramon. We're going to look at our hand, and now we're going to activate Labramon's skill. By trashing 1, we're going to trash another Ignite-mon, because they suit more use in trash. And then we can go and get back this Doberman, because we need a level 4 right now. All right, so since this was played, it has retaliation. So with Mervamon's skill, it has retaliation and blocker. This has blocker, and since we played Digimon by an effect, we will gain 1, 2, 3 memory, and then we'll draw a card. So effectively what we have done, we have gone from 1 single stack to 4 Digimon, giving them 3 memory all in 1 turn. So they have to clear our entire board, otherwise we almost have game on board, because Labramon can swing, Mervamon, Doberman, and by swinging with Anubis and deleting one of our surviving Digimon, that's the 5th check. So, and if memory serves, I've already done 2 attacks, so they should only have 3 memory left. So let's say the number 1 thing you're going to want to do against this is probably try to delete Anubismon. It's kind of futile at this point, but let's assume that they do. They delete Anubismon for 2 somehow, maybe through gaining memory and digivolving to a level 6. And there will be hesitant to swing since you do have a retaliation blocker unless they have protection. So for the most part, that's going to be their play. And they may play some type of blocker or something on their turn. So it's your turn again. Draw, unsuspend, hatch, and we have 2 options for rookies. We've already done most of our plays for Labramon, so the next thing we want to start setting up is our sneaky plays Dracmon. Dracmon, that's mostly for the inheritable. When swinging, it can digivolve from trash by playing the digivolution cost. So we want to have that ability just kind of like in the background. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to digivolve right here in the Cerberusmon for a grand total of 3. Draw. Then we're going to X Antibody Digivolve. Once again, draw. And then we're going to draw 1, trash 1, draw 1. We don't really need Rival's Barrage right now, so we can trash that. And now we can play a level 3 from trash. So we play, once again, Labramon. All right, so a few things happens. You're going to gain memory due to your 2 inheritables, 2. You're going to rest these. You're going to gain 2 memory, so you're back to 4. And then you're going to use Labramon's skill. You're going to trash 1. You're going to trash Labramon. Then we're going to go right back into trash. And we're going to grab Anubismon right back. It's like he never left. So we're going to Digivolve here into Anubismon for 4. Draw. We're going to trash 1, 2, 3. So we're going to play something from trash with a reduced play cost of 6. So the next thing we're going to play. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay. So what we can do is we can play Doberman X Antibody. Since it on play will gain Retaliation due to Mervamon, it now has Rush. If he does have a level 5, it's deleted, but let's assume doesn't, so draw. So now they still have 3 security, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. It's unlikely that they're going to be able to fend all these attacks off, even if they do have a blocker. So that's effectively how this deck likes to play on just a scuff hand from start. I'm going to now show the ideal hand. All right, so this effectively is the ideal starting hand, and I'm gonna get into reasons why. So first thing we're gonna do, doesn't matter what we draw, but hopefully you draw into at least 1 to level 5s. So first thing you're gonna do, hatch, Digivolve, draw, perfect, Protoform. Really good in this deck because it just lets you grab all the pieces that you need and it lets you heal. So we're going to do that, but instead of Digivolving level 2 and trying to cheat them, give them as little memory as possible, we're going to just go straight and play down our Tamer. This is so that we can do our maximum amount of plays as fast as we can and gain as much memory from its effect later. So really, it doesn't matter what they do at this point. When it comes back to turn, you have 3 memory. You're going to draw again. And there we go. We have Mervamon, the next piece of the puzzle. We're only missing 1 more. So what we do is we move out, we Digivolve Doberman, we draw. Then we're going to X Antibody Digivolve, draw. And then we're going to draw 1. And we're going to trash 1. I believe what we should trash is Mervamon first. And since we trashed 1, we gain a memory. All right. And then it gains Retaliation. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to play X Antibody Protoform so we can Digivolve for 1 less into an X Antibody version. So we're going to Digivolve into Cerberusmon X Antibody for 2, and we're going to draw. Now, due to a skill, we can draw 1, and we can trash 1. We're going to trash this Dracmon that we just drew. And since we have at least X Antibody and Digivolution cards, we can activate its own play skill. We're going to play Dracmon. Since we play Dracmon, we look at top 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab Cerberusmon. No, we're going to grab Cerberus. Like what I said, not what I did. We're going to grab Cerberusmon, and we're going to throw Doberman X Antibody in the trash, and we're going to bottom deck Cerberusmon X Antibody. All right, since we played Dracmon, we're going to gain 1, 2 due to our inheritable skills. And then now, what we're going to do, we're going to Digivolve for 4 into Anubismon. We're going to draw. Then we're going to trash 1, 2, 3. And we're going to now play from trash the card that we just trashed, Cerberusmon. So if they have a level 5, and since this is turn 2, any Digimon they have on the field that, unless they hard slapped a level 6 on the board, gets deleted. And since I played a card, I get to draw a card, and I already gained the 2 memory for that. All right, so now already turn 2, you have a level 6 on board, and just in case you have a level 5 to go right back into level 6, Dracmon is here, so even if they do happen to delete Anubismon by doing a hefty option card, by playing something for like 8 memory, deleting this off the board, since you have X Antibody Protoform, X Antibody Protoform will go to top, and then from this stack, you can grab one of the inheritable Digimon. In this instance, it's probably best to grab Cerberusmon X Antibody, and the rest will go to trash. But since you have 6 memory, it doesn't really matter because since you have Dracmon on board, let's just Digivolve into Labramon. And again, we could just hard slap Labramon and then get Anubismon right back and then just Digivolve over Cerberusmon X Antibody. But no, we want to maximize the plays that we're going to do. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to Digivolve right here for free. We're going to draw. Then we're going to draw one, trash one due to ability. We're going to trash this way, Labramon. And since we did, we can, well, since Cerberusmon's in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, we can play Labramon right back out for free. Since we trash the card, we rest mat, gain a memory. And for this skill, we can trash one card in hand. This time, we're going to trash the card we drew, Ignitemon. We finally got that. So now we have all the kings of this deck. And then we're going to get back Anubismon. Now we're going to Digivolve into Anubismon once again. Actually, I think the best way is to first Digivolve here for 2. Draw. That way we can get the inheritable. Then we're going to Digivolve for 4, putting us to 1. We'll draw. We'll trash 1, 2, and yeah, 3. To reduce the play cost by 6. Then we're going to play, I know you're in there, we're going to play Mervamon. We're going to tuck under Ignitemon. And now, Mervamon's skill will kick in to play Dobermon X Antibody and Dobermon X Antibody. Anubismon will delete a level 5 or lower. You'll gain 1 memory. You'll pay 2 to play Mervamon, and then you'll gain another memory from Mervamon, putting you to 1 memory. And now, since Mervamon's in play, both Digimon that you just played have Rush Retaliation, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks. This is like turn 3 or 4. That's why this is the optimal starting hand for what you want to do with this deck. But let me know what you think. If there's any other better strategies just with Anubismon now currently at 1, I think this is the best that I could make with the current restrictions. However, I'm always looking for room for improvements. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for joining in for the combo guide for the Doggo deck. And until next time, have a great one. All right, everyone. Bye-bye.